Hello, this is Leslie Lee, and welcome to Simplee Tarot, where I give intuitive advice to empower your life. This is a pick your card reading for what lucky changes are coming into your life. As always, these are cards 1, cards 2, and cards 3. Please choose the cards or the crystal that you're most connected with, and that message is meant for you. This is a timeless reading, so no matter when you watch this message, the message will be for you. Also, as always, the timestamps are in the description area for your convenience. So let's start with cards 1. If you pick cards 1, let's see what lucky changes are coming in for you. You have the Death card and Begin Now. How interesting, how fitting. So, the Death card is all about endings, so beginnings can happen. It's all about ending something so something new can begin. Let's make sure you can see that. And it's interesting that you have the Begin Now card, which says, take your first step. So I do see a change coming in for you. It's a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way of being, possibly a whole new life for you. You're leaving something behind. I do feel that. I feel that with not only the Death card, which shows the phoenix, burning to ash so it could come back from the ashes again, revived and stronger, transformed. I also see it in the Begin Now card with the people waving to each other. You could think of that as waving hello or goodbye. Either way, there is something you're letting go of, and that letting go is necessary for you to have this newness come into your life. You have a beginning happening, and for you to go on this new path, for you to travel down this new journey, you're going to have to let some of the old burn away. And you're going to have to let that ash settle, and then you could emerge from that. Newness, growth, abundance could emerge from that ash and be something pristine, something gratifying, and something even better than what it was before. And that's what I'm getting here for you. It's a sense of letting go of the old and welcoming in the new. You are definitely having some changes. Now, where this change will apply, that depends on you. For some of you, it could be as simple as your appearance. Maybe you're changing your health, your body, your appearance in one way or another. This could be a whole change in your household, a rearrangement of sorts. It could be with your career, your love life, your money, your creative pursuits, what have you. I mean, it's going to be different for all of you. But wherever your heart is, that you know you need this change, and where you're welcoming this change, that's where it's going to be most abundant and apparent for you. And it's good. It's a good thing. I would say embrace it. Embrace these changes. Let go of the thing that is kind of stagnant. It's not changing. It's holding you back. It's keeping you weighed down. Let go of that. Let it burn away so you could start on this new path in this new direction. I'm going to pull a guidance card just to get a little bit more guidance. Oh, okay. Well, we have that one. Blossom becomes something more. As I was saying, let something grow from the ash. And we have forgive. Empty your heart of all negativity. That's interesting. So for some of you, what you need to let go of is something that hurt you in the past, something that you may be holding on to, something that maybe, is like a grudge that is sticking to you because you are having difficulty letting it go. So yeah, for a lot of you, in order for you to grow, you're going to have to let go of that thing, that negativity that is kind of attached to your heart and, won't let go. So for a lot of you, this could be a change that you probably didn't even realize was important. This could be something that you stuffed deep down in your subconscious and thought that it was there to rest, buried, for eternity. But it may be something that is coming up again. It may be something that is lingering. It may be something causing some of the negativity in your life or in your mentality, or something that you just have to let go of. If it's hard to forgive, do what you can to move on past this and don't let it bring you down, because you have blossom here. That card came out first. That card jumped out. It's saying that there's something more here for you. So as long as you let go of all the negativity, all the things that are holding you back, anything that's stagnant, anything from the past, anything that is not helping you grow and blossom, then you could become something more. Just let go of that so you could grow from those ashes and become your true self, you know? All right, let's move on. Okay, moving on to cards 2. If you pick cards 2, let's see what lucky changes is happening for you right now. All right, you have King of Swords, and in the flow, everything is smooth sailing. Now, the King of Swords is usually depicting a person who is an air sign. Now, air signs are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. This could indicate you or someone close to you that may be significant or important in some way. I do see with the in the flow card, it says everything is smooth sailing. So what I see for you that is lucky for you, the change that's happening is things are starting to move along at the pace that they're supposed to go. Things that may have felt too slow may now be speeding up. Things that may have felt like it's moving too fast may be slowing down. We have movement happening. You're no longer stagnant. You're no longer in the same place stuck, wondering how to move forward, how to move past, how to move over. You are now in the flow. And it also reminds you to take things one day at a time, to not expect too much too soon, to not try to manipulate the time, the passage of time, the environment, the situation to your liking, to let things happen in its natural course, because that's how it will best benefit you. That's how the best benefits will come for you if you let things happen in due time or divine time. Now, the King of Swords also represents communication. It's the air sign card, which represents communication in all facets: speaking, messaging, emailing, talking, lecturing, teaching, learning, that sort of thing. And this is a good time to use your communication skills to help you get to where you need to go. Maybe what you were waiting to hear is going to come through. Maybe what you were waiting to say is going to happen. Maybe the communication you need to have with a coworker, with your boss, with someone of importance is finally having its day. And these are words or communications or information you needed for so long, and things are finally actually starting to move along for you. The words you needed to hear, the things you need to say, the things you need to get off your chest, information in all facets, a contract, a lease, legal documents, that sort of thing. It's all happening now. Things are moving forward for you. It's no longer stagnant. You're no longer waiting, that sort of thing. But remember, this change also requires you to have your patience and to know that things are working in divine timing and in the way that it's meant to be. Now I'm going to pick another card for you just to get a little bit more clarity and information. We have empty your heart of negativity, forgive. Now this is interesting. This card came up again. I'll pick another one just for extra clarity. But this card says that there's something that you've been needing to say or something you needed to hear, possibly an apology. Maybe you were meaning to give an apology, that sort of thing. When it's compared or combined with the King of Swords, that communication may be forgiveness. That communication may be an apology or some words to help heal something in order to get things moving again, like what the in the flow card is asking you to do. So things may take a little time. If you are someone who has had something negative or heavy on your heart, some pain or hurt that you stuffed down in your subconscious or tucked away in your heart or your mind, somewhere in your body that it could possibly affect, it's time to let those words out. It's time to talk to someone. It's time to seek counseling or a good friend to, speak to or confide in, or just a nice moment together with this person who may have hurt you in order to, get things situated, or work things out, or talk things out, or kind of, let them understand where you're coming from or how it hurt you, and also listen to them and see why they said or did what they did, vice versa. It's a good time for communication in order to let go of any negativity that you've been holding on to. I'm going to pick another card. We have, we have trust. Your intuition is there to guide you. So remember, even with the King of Swords and that communication, there could be instances where you feel or hear information from your guides, from your angels, your spirit guides, from the universe through synchronicity, through signs and symbols. That's communication as well. There will be a time where it's called on you to trust it, to trust your instinct, to trust your gut feelings, to trust what you see around you in those, repeated numbers, or in those feathers, or wherever you feel that there is a message there for you, to trust it, because it's helping guide you down the path you are meaning to go. Now, with all this together, communication is definitely key for you. Listening to your intuition, listening to your heart, and knowing when to open up, to express yourself, to talk about the things that hurt you, to clear away any miscommunication, and to know that everything will take time. To let it happen in due time, in divine timing, to let things happen as they may naturally, and try not to rush things, try not to manipulate the situation in any way to get it to move faster or quicker, or have it go the way you want it to go. As long as you trust that everything is working the way it's meant to, then you have definitely gotten somewhere. You definitely feel that a goal has been met. All right, let's move on. All right, moving on to cards 3. If you pick cards 3, let's see what lucky changes is coming in your life. All right, we have Queen of Swords and Embracing Enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. Now, this card is definitely a very good card. It talks about you receiving some kind of good news, some kind of celebration of sorts, where you want to speak up and speak out and let it be known that you accomplished something, that you completed something, that you met your goal in one way or another, you received an award, or that you won in a competition, that sort of thing. And with the Queen of Swords here, I do see communication as being something that is the lucky break here, the lucky change that is happening. You're finally going to hear what you've been wanting to hear. You won, you're on top, you're getting promoted, you got some good news on the way, and that is the words that are on its way to you. That's the change that is happening. Queen of Swords also depicts air signs. The air signs are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. This can indicate you or someone close to you who may be significant or influential at this time. But generally, this is a card of communication and emotional communication. So this communication will be felt, It's something you've been wanting to hear, needing to hear, waiting to hear for a while. And it's finally going to come in and create some change in your life, positive change. This says, shout to the heaven with happiness. So I see you actually announcing something grand, announcing something positive, announcing something that you're truly proud of. We have butterflies here, which represent transformation or metamorphosis or change of some sort. So that's more confirmation that this is changing something within you or your environment for the better. I see good things coming. It could be several things. With the Queen of Swords here, it could indicate a job or a craft, skill, or a hobby, some kind of work in writing or speaking, lecturing. It could be something like YouTube videos, it could be a podcast, it could be a book, a novel, a short story, what have you. If you are involved in any of this, especially like writing music, lyrics, that sort of thing, then I see good things coming for you, good news coming for you, and you're ready to share it with the world. So I'm going to pick a card to get a little bit more clarity. Okay, we have explore your emotional self, go within. Now, this card usually depicts like meditating, anything you could do to tune into yourself, to your emotions, that sort of thing. But as I said before, the Queen of Swords is more about communication, but the emotional part of communication. So you're going to put feeling into what is happening. You're going to put feeling into your writing. You're going to put feeling into your lectures. You're going to put some emotion behind your podcast, your subject, your message, whatever you are shouting out. As this says, shout to the heavens with happiness. Whatever you are shouting out, it's about your emotions. So you're going to be taken to a whole new level where things feel right, where things feel like you've really accomplished something, like you finally got the word that you've been waiting to hear. You finally got that yes. You finally got that, the green light, the go. It feels good. And with this card, it shows that it's connected to something that is emotional within communication. So, what are you working on? What are you planning to announce? What are you writing? What are you singing? What are you putting your emotions into? Especially if it's creative, because I get a lot of creative energy with the Queen of Swords. Whatever that is, you're about to get some good news about that. It's about to go to the next level. It's about to reach people on an emotional level. You're about to feel emotional, like a huge emotional relief, emotional gratification, that sort of thing. So emotions are big with this reading. It's a very big thing with this reading. I did pick another card for the other two, so I'll pick another card here as well for a little bit more clarity and information. We have wisdom, seek higher knowledge. Now, this could depict you moving up in a field because of your expertise, because you have hit your peak and now you're on to the next level. Now you're on to the next greatest thing, the next best thing, because you've gotten all of the wisdom and knowledge out of this project. Now it's time to get even more in a whole different area. So I do see you advancing in some way. I do see you learning more, maybe even teaching. Maybe you're sharing your wisdom, you're sharing your knowledge with others. Maybe you will even decide, since this is about communication, maybe you will decide to go back to school or to continue school or get a degree or, work on some kind of diploma or something to do with education in that way, communication as well. So seeking higher knowledge is definitely part of the equation here, and I think it will all work out definitely for your betterment. I think it's definitely something you need to look into and take advantage of when you can. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for all your likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate you so much with everything you do. Thank you so much. I'll have more videos like this for you soon, and I will see you soon.